Yo, this is Stolp Ave checking in with Good Morning Aurora. Make sure you tune in to that second largest city in the Illinois podcast. Later.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 6:23 a.m. You are listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. The sounds you might hear in the background are the construction work taking place right outside of our office here in the lovely downtown Aurora area, as you already know. So deal with it and bear with it with your boy, please. Hey, this week was a great week. It's Friday, so we had our 1-year anniversary this week. It was on Tuesday. Thanks to everybody who wished us and showed us some love. We appreciate that. And tonight is the night. We've got the party at McCarty Mills starting at 5 p.m. So don't forget about that. Come out. Holla. Check it out. All right. So let's get into just a tad bit of news. As you guys know, it's Friday, so this is the day for Jeanette Splaining. We're going live at 8 o'clock a.m. on our Facebook page and YouTube. You know how we do it. All right. So a couple things that are going on. Tomorrow we've got the Fisher Middle Schools teaming up with the Aurora Area Food Pantry. Okay, and they're going to be putting together a pop-up food giveaway. Food for 200 families will be distributed. So if you know anyone who can benefit from some food, please let them know about the Fisher Middle School initiative. We've posted that on our Facebook page. And you know what? Other than that, we also have to let you know that the ILRPP, the Illinois Rental Payment Program, is open. The application portal goes live on Monday the 17th. So get ready for that. If you need help, questions, or have concerns, you can reach out to the Neighbor Project located in downtown Aurora, 32 South Broadway. Go to neighborproject.us. All right. And that, my friends, is the news. Remember, come on out to the party. Thank you to all of our friends, fans, and subscribers. Stay tuned with us. We got so much more coming. Wednesday next week, tune in for Buenos Dias, Aurora. And then the Friday after that, another episode of Jeanette Splaining. And that is the news. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, man.
How you feeling?
It's the morning. We're good.
Yeah, Thursday morning,
Yeah.
nice and early. So for our listeners and our viewers, let us know who you are and where you're from.
I'm Omar Oaxaca, and then I was born and raised in Aurora, and I work at the Big Boss Barber Shop.
Okay, all right. Born and raised, are you an East Sider or a West Sider?
East Side.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Our people here are they're always telling us that, like, Tomcat. You know what I'm saying? They're proud of that.
It's the pride, yeah.
Yeah. So you've been here your whole life?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Starting off, what's a big change, or one that you can think of right now, from the Aurora that you remember when you were young to today?
I think the city's putting more emphasis on activities and community outreach stuff.
Okay.
Me being a kid, I can only remember like Juneteenth at the MLK Park, and then
Right.
that was about it. The Mexican Independence Day parade, and
Right.
other than that, I really didn't hear or see any other activities. Now they got First Fridays popping, and they got all these little shows going on.
You're not the first person to say that. People have said that a lot. People use the word it was dead.
Right.
You know, it was dead. It was only a holiday.
Right.
That something would be popping.
Yeah, you find yourself in trouble, being bored or whatever.
Right. How do you feel? I mean, we are still in a pandemic, but
Right.
how do you feel outlook wise about the city?
Man, it's definitely a bright spot. It's definitely you're kind of proud to work downtown or be able to see everything. Especially us, we're right here, so we see everything going on, and it's nice to see the families bring their kids and stuff like that, just
Right.
walking around the city.
So Big Boss is located on Stolp,
Yeah.
and you guys are right by that Millennium Park thing with the
Yeah.
gazebo and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're right, because you got when it's nice in the summertime,
Right.
you got flowers. The kids are playing. They used to
Right.
do music at that thing.
Yeah, they shut down the whole block most of the time. Like before the pandemic, like it'd be like a block party from Galena to was it Downer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll shut down the whole block for us. Like it would just be people walking around, different vendors and stuff. Like pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
And then weren't they going to do that Craft Urban next door?
Yeah, they I guess they delayed it, and now like I don't know if it's the same people, but they started to like develop now. Like they got people in there tearing it down and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, y'all right next door. Y'all got the scoop. Y'all got the inside scoop.
Right. We see the people all the time.
All right. Growing up, what impact did your mom have on your life?
Man, my mom was everything to me, to be honest. Like, you know, the dad's always the provider or whatever, and then the mom's always like, well, she worked too, so she worked and still like try to like help us out at home. But like, there's only so much stuff that she could do. Like, they came over from Mexico like in the 80s, so like it's just like they're still learning and we're learning at the same time. So, but she made it feel like we weren't, like, you know, we didn't grow up like good, like we grew up good, like, but like we just she never made it seem like we grew up like kind of lower end.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You never realized that when you were a kid.
Right. Now I'm just like, whoa, snap. You know, like she did it. Like,
right.
Well, both of them did. I'm not gonna discredit my dad either.
That's the blessing of a parent.
Right.
Right. You don't even know how bad it was when we was a kid. Like,
right,
you know,
at all.
Yeah, that ramen noodle tastes good.
Yeah, we was smacking it.
What'd your mom do?
She worked for this fire alarm company. This was like a warehouse factory.
Okay.
And then my dad was bouncing around warehouses and stuff too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you graduated from East.
Mm.
Tell me what life was like for Omar when you graduated East. Roses, beautiful, happy, birds were chirping and all that?
Man, like at first you're like, it was cool because I got accepted into like college and stuff. So like you're just happy to be going to college.
Right.
And then you get there and you're just like, whoa, I wasn't ready for none of this stuff. But like it was just a learning experience the whole way through.
So when you, what college you go to?
Benedictine University.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Naperville, Lyle, right? Yeah. Did you always know that you wanted to be a barber, or what was happening at that time?
I was trying to be like in marketing and stuff like that. Like I got sold the dream almost. You know what I'm saying? Go to college, get your degree. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was just like do that and you'll be successful. But then like, you know, like 2 years in, I was just like, yo, this ain't for me. And you know, 20-year-old lost. You know what I'm saying? Just working at a regular job.
Right.
It was cool. Like it was cool for the time being.
So what was your first job out of college, or around that time out of college and high school?
I was working at a dealership. I was working at the Jaguar Rover dealership on Ogden.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just a porter washing cars.
Right there by Gemato's.
Yo.
That place fire.
Yeah. Real good.
Shout out to Gemato's.
Yeah, for real.
So you're working there as a porter. What are you feeling like at this time though? What's on your mind?
It's fun. It was fun like being around the people and stuff. Like, but like after a certain time, like the money's not there. Like I was living at home, so like it was straight. But you putting in like all these hours out there, and then you're only making like $400 or whatever. But like you're driving these Range Rovers and these Jaguars, and you're delivering like I met like Tom Skilling and stuff like that, like the Weatherman.
Oh,
and all these
what?
people. Yeah. They had like a lot of cool clients.
Right.
So like you're like, all right, this job ain't bad, but like I definitely need more than this. Like, and every job I get, I always like have some type of like authority issue, like where like I hate when people tell me what to do or whatever. So the manager that I was cool with, she was leaving, and the manager that was gonna take over, I hated him. Like I didn't hate the big word, but like I just didn't like how he ran stuff.
I get you.
Yeah. So I was just like, nah, this ain't for me. Like I left. I was like, well, I started like doing the plans to leave and stuff.
What came next after that?
Barber school.
Really?
Yeah. One day I got in a fight with him. We got argued about something.
Who, the manager?
The new manager that was gonna be there.
Oh, this gonna get good.
Yeah.
This gonna get good.
We got in an argument about something, man. It was something real petty, but you give somebody like a position and they think they're the top dog or whatever. And then that day I was going home. Well, I was going to go get a haircut, and I was like, man, like what do I like to do? Like what is there something that I wish I was doing, or like something I wouldn't mind doing for the time being or whatever. And then I was like, man, I like getting a haircut. And then I was like, I've been cutting my hair with the same barber for like 10 years, probably not 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I started asking him all these questions. Like, this was like around October. I started asking him all these questions, like, you like cutting hair? Da, da, da. And he was like, yeah. And then, sure enough, like the next month, I was looking for barber schools, and by like January, I was already enrolled like into barber school. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't waste no time.
Nah, you know what though? Like thinking back, like I've been told to like maybe start cutting hair like 3, 4, maybe 5 times, like by like different people I respect and stuff.
Right.
So it was like maybe this is the thing I should do, like at least for the time being.
So you mean before you were cutting hair?
Yeah.
People were telling you, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you should."
Yeah.
It's funny how that happens in life.
Right. And you don't think about it until later.
Right. You're not even hearing it. You stuck in job mode.
Right.
No, I gotta punch in. I gotta punch out my boss. So I gotta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I talk. We sit here and we talk. I get the funny feeling that when you were younger, you wanted to be an athlete of some kind.
Yep. Yeah.
You did, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
A football player.
That's the dream, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Just growing up, I started playing football like 6th grade.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell.
And I was always like a natural at anything I did.
Hmm?
So like, not to brag and stuff, but like everything I did, like I kind of like picked up really quick.
Right.
And football was one of them. Like I started like right away over like the older kids and stuff like that. Like, and I was always like a bigger build than everybody. And then as soon as I got to high school, like I was like, man, we gotta put this in action. Like we gotta start like taking care of your body and stuff like that. Like start lifting weights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a couple offers like going into my senior year. But senior year we got a new coach at East.
Okay.
Like we were always never good, but I felt like it was cool to get noticed by schools and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And then we got a new coach, and then we're just butting heads like 24/7. Like it was
You and the coach.
Yeah.
The coach.
You know. And that goes back with like that little authority issue or whatever. Like he was never showing respect to get the respect or whatever. He just kind of wanted like military style or whatever.
Yeah. No, I think to your point, I think what a lot of people don't get is that it doesn't matter how long people been like supervisor, managers, and all that. Like, if the littlest guy on the totem pole don't feel like you're,
appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work. You can't rule people like, Saddam Hussein. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like that.
And even them, they got respected. You know what I'm saying? They got to get to a point to get to that point.
Exactly. Yep. People forget that though. On the way, there's that old saying. It's like watch who you step on the way up the ladder. You might see them coming back down it.
Right.
Yep. You got any kids?
No. Thank you.
No?
Yeah.
Okay. Married?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're like the first single, no married person I've interviewed in a long time, bro.
Yeah. It's a lot different nowadays than it was before.
Yep. So tell us about the shop on Stolp. How did it start? How did you get there? And tell us the beginnings of that.
So we're going on 11 years now at that location. Well, that's the first location.
Okay.
But I remember going like when I was younger, and it was just like 3 people there actually. It was just like Louis, the Cito, the 2 owners, and then the guy that cuts my hair, Junebug.
Okay.
And it was just 3 of them. The shop was empty, and now we got 8 people there.
Okay.
So like over the years you see different faces, but like most of the people there, like like I've been there for a while. Like Malcolm's been there for like 7, 8 years. Dawa's been there almost the whole time.
Okay.
So like, and then like I've been there I'm about to be 4 or 5 years. So like, and then we have two new guys, Angel and Eli. They've been there for like a year or so.
All right.
But like, you definitely like going to get my haircut and stuff. You definitely seen the growth and the support of the community and stuff like that.
Bro, let me tell you something. I have passed by that place a bunch of times. I used to live in downtown, so I'd like go through there and go to Treadwell. Yeah. Bro, I've seen that place packed.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen y'all doing, you know, I can peek through the window like y'all in there. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Right.
I think that the barber shop, especially in like the Latino community, the black community, like our kind of people, the barbershop is the spot.
Right.
You're not just going in there to get a haircut.
Right.
It's the whole.
It's the vibe.
It's the come on, man. We ain't here chilling.
Right.
Probably for ladies, it's the hair salon kind of.
Yeah, for sure. We get some ladies in there too, man. But yeah, mostly guys.
Okay, so you guys only do haircuts for the gentlemen, like no, it's not a salon in the back or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Any plans for that?
You gotta talk to the big bosses.
Okay.
Me, I could see it, and I have different like views of what they could do, but at the end of the day, it's not my shop. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Have you found what you're gonna do forever?
I like to say yeah, but at the same time, like, you're always gonna like want to take on other projects and stuff like that. But like with this, like, I definitely don't feel like I'm going to work every day. I definitely like going to work.
Right.
Like, we're not open Mondays, but like Tuesday's my Monday. But I definitely don't wake up like, oh, I gotta go to work. Like,
Right. No, it shows.
Yeah.
I can tell. Yeah, definitely.
I like to be there. I always like to conversate with people, and they tell me their problems, and it's kind of funny, but like, it's kind of cool, like being the problem solver.
Yeah. Bro, when I had hair, Ron, I would do that. I had my homie, you know, I had my guy.
Right.
If he's not in there, I ain't getting cut.
Right.
You know? And you sit back and talk to your brother like, yeah, man, you know, shorty tweaking. You know
Shorty on some other stuff. Yeah, and it's crazy, like, how much, like, respect and loyalty, like, your clients, like, kind of get you, like, not overnight, but, like, definitely, like, over a period of time. Like, you make friends and you're like, man, these are my guys, but you've been knowing them for, like, 6, 7, 10 years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, I cut their hair twice, and they're like, hey, nobody else cutting my hair. Nah. I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. Like,
yeah. That's got to be a good feeling.
Right.
It has to be.
Right. Everybody wants to be wanted, right?
Right, yeah. You know, also, too, in regards to that, I had this conversation with my dad about a month ago. You know what everybody wants, too, secretly? They want to be, not only appreciated, they want to be respected.
Right.
They do, man.
Right.
Even if it's, you know, there was a guy, he was painting on the wall or the window of All Spoked Up. And, like, everybody's walking past him, not saying nothing. But then my boy was like, yo, man, that's really good. And he was like, yo, man, thank, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he lit up, like, yo, man, thank you very much, man. If you could just, you know, take a picture and just spread it.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
What does America mean to you?
Man, like, I think I still carry on from, like, my parents' perspective of it, but it's, you know, the land of opportunity. You can't, anywhere else, you can't really be what you want to be, like, and do what you want to do. Like, there's always going to be, like, a governing force kind of, like, on top of you. It's just not necessarily, like, super freedom, but, like, it's definitely, like, you could do as you please, and if you dream it, you most likely you're going to achieve it, like.
Right. What's wrong with America?
It's sometimes, like, the leadership kind of, like, trickles down, and, like, the past 4 years was kind of like a hard spot for, like, you know, minorities growing up and stuff. But definitely, like, having the leadership not be leaders and show, like, this different side of America, it kind of trickles down and it makes like even like like you said, the bottom person on the totem pole kind of feel like they leveled up or they're too good for them.
What is something that people get wrong or common misconception that people have about being a barber? That's the number one thing that people like, they got it twisted.
Like, for the most part, man, they just think like we're like ghetto, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't a career. This is just a hustle to make money. And man, like anything else, if you dedicate it, you're gonna make money. And most of the time, it's not even about the money. Most of the time, you just gotta be happy. And if it's not causing too much stress, like, you should be fine. But definitely, like, I've been to barbershops where, like, guys are selling, you know, drugs or whatever, and playing all the rap music and stuff, like, and it's kind of not a place where you want to bring, like, your kids or your girl or your mom or whatever, like, to drop off your brother to get a haircut.
Right.
So, like, that image of, like, not ghetto, but, like, that image of not being professional is definitely, like, it's kind of, like, overturning a little bit because the newer age of barbers, but, like, they're still going to be there. But it's our job to kind of, like, be professional about it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And because I'm that, yeah, you can't be having, you know, the world's most profane rap music playing
Right.
and you bring your kids in there, like, that just doesn't go.
Right.
You know, it's not professional no matter what you're doing. And I think that the profession of being a barber, because it's been like cool, because it's not corporate America. I think, yeah. People have been like, oh, we can.
Yeah, we're free.
Yeah, it's my uncle's shop. Yo, turn that little dirt up.
Yeah. Put that money back, yo.
And I think that has still been the norm. Right. But you're right. It is kind of changing because people have like more professional shops to try to do more.
Right. And I'm not saying like if you listen to that music or engage in all those activities, like you're a bad person. Like I listen to all that stuff.
Yeah.
I drink or whatever, like on the weekend, and you know, sometimes it's time to be a professional. It's time to let that kind of behind, at least for the couple hours that you're at the shop, like, because if you're comfortable with bringing your people in like that, then you know. That's on you. I know I wouldn't be like, but that's how everybody is.
All right. So, where does Omar hang out at? Where does Omar eat? Where does Omar think they got the best tacos in Aurora? Well, you know, where the brother be at?
As far as like tacos, man, like my sister caters tacos, and they're like my favorite. But like,
she ain't shouting out nobody else.
No, she only does them like every other week or whatever.
Okay.
So like I usually go to like Taqueria Durango right here on La Salle.
Up the street, yeah.
Yeah, my buddy owns that one. So like, and obviously I wouldn't go. I'm gonna support, but like if it ain't good, I'm not gonna support as much. Like
I feel you.
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna hurt my stomach for the support.
Yeah, why you don't eat them tacos? You be shouting out like, don't trip.
Yeah. You know, we eat them. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of like local spots that are really good out here, like Tecalitlan right here on the corner.
Yeah.
That place is really good, like Aurora, and then like other like. They just put a new Puerto Rican spot right here on Broadway.
Oh yeah, that Chupacabra place?
Yeah. I had it when they were at the taco truck and it was pretty good, and then I don't know if they changed anything, but I really want to try it. Like.
Okay. Yeah, I had La Quebrada for the first time like a month ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, how did I miss this spot?
That place is definitely more like a plate place, you know what I'm saying? Like you get the plates and then it's a lot better than like eating like the tacos and like to Mexicans like tacos and tortas and burritos. It's more like street food. So like the plates are definitely like the restaurant style food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta keep that in mind when I go these places too.
Right.
I should be judging them, or not judging them, but you know what I'm saying. Like I should be aware that like, you know, if you're always eating that street food as opposed to like platillos, is that what they call it?
Yeah, like platillos.
I only know that because I got the menu for Durango at the crib. I be looking like, okay, platillos.
Like Durango's like a taqueria, so that's like more like a not a street food. Like they have, that's like their main thing is tacos and stuff.
Right.
But like they definitely focus more on that.
Right.
Which isn't a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of do want tacos or a torta or a burrito.
They got the counter too.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So it is kind of like.
Yeah. You're not like, oh, sit right here. This is the table over here. Your menus, like they got the menu on the wall. You're like, you don't get what you want.
Right. And that's the spot to be at 2 in the morning when it's all over. Yeah. What?
Man, I tell you about this pandemic, man. All these late night spots are closed all the time. And I'm like at 1 in the morning, like, yo, what am I gonna eat?
Right.
And I either go to McDonald's on Douglas and Oswego.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna eat cereal at the house.
That's it. What is something that Aurora needs more of?
Definitely like more power to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids and like definitely like the younger adults, like they definitely know what's coming up, what's on the cutting edge and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like when you have like, I don't want to say a bunch of old heads, like, you know, you're gonna give traditional stuff, like, and you know, nobody wants to go to the park and do hacky sack races and stuff like that. Like,
right.
You know, like we want to do like the fun stuff, like, and the kids definitely know like what the fun stuff is at the moment. Like, I have nephews and nieces, and they think I'm like ancient, but like I listen to the same like stuff they do, and I like the same things they do, but like they're definitely like faster on it than I am. Like,
I'm bruh. Nah, I'm still youngish, but I get people like swear like we boomers now.
Right. I'm like, man, dude, I'm only 26.
Right.
Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like I listen to the same stuff you're listening to.
Yeah. So my friend's daughter, right? So we're doing the Aurora cleanup thing, right? So my friend's daughter, she real good with the TikTok and all that. So we made a TikTok for the show, but I'm not.
Yeah. You're in the background like, what?
Right. So I was like, yo, show me how you do the thing where you throw it up and then it comes on your whole outfit. She was like, you don't know how to do that? Oh my God. I'm like, yeah. Boom.
TikTok's one of the things that I'm not on, just because like on Instagram and like Twitter, like they pop up all the time, so it's kind of no point in me like seeing it.
Right.
But like with downloading it, because I don't be like scrolling and scrolling and stuff. And I definitely will stay up all night like doing that.
So in downtown, we got art, we got culture, we got food, but I feel like we could have more restaurants and everything like that.
Right.
I really feel like you could never have like too many.
Too many options.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that Big Boss has another location.
No, that's the only location.
Oh, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when I got slipped up when we got to this location, but like that's the only location.
Okay, that's the only location. All right. What's the best cut?
Just classic fade, man.
Okay.
They'll never go out of style.
Okay.
There's always different perceptions of it, but that like a mid fade or like a low fade or high fade, like never out of style. Like you could try like other things, man, but you're always gonna go back to that.
Okay.
And I think it looks the cleanest. Like the less maintenance you gotta do on something, man, is the better for me. Like
right.
Cause like you know the comb overs are cool, and now they're doing like crop tops and stuff, and I'm just like yeah, that looks cool, but you only do your hair like once a week, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like at least with the fade, like you could brush it or whatever, and it'll look clean. Like, but you know, every year is a different style. Every year is like we definitely got to be on the cutting edge of the style. Like, what are the celebrities doing? Like, because people show us a picture of like Bad Bunny and be like, hey, you know, I want this. I'm like, okay, like you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get this mohawk, or now like the mullets, and like the mullets coming back like with a vengeance. And
for real?
Yeah. you're just like, all right.
We doing mullets now?
Yeah, the kids come in and they're like, oh, I'm gonna grow out my hair, and I'm just like, for what? What are you gonna do with it? He's like, a mullet, and I was like, all right, cool, like we could do it. Like,
is there a celebrity who's doing that?
Man, it's not really. It's a lot like in like pickup trucks are rolled in, like street trucks and like stuff. And a lot of people like in Texas, like in like Cali and stuff, they just started doing the mullet, like you know, like retro style, whatever.
Yeah.
And it just picked up like crazy. Yeah.
Shout out to the mullets.
Yeah. It's just funny seeing like back then, like when you think of the mullet, it was like Billy Ray Cyrus and stuff. And
that's what I'm thinking about. The dude from some folk will never be told, and then again, some folk will Cletus.
And now you're seeing like a bunch of like little Latino kids and even grown men like want the mullet. Like, well, the mullet's been popular like in Mexican culture, like amongst the older guys. Like they get the Jerry curl and like real curly and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah.
Those are the people you see at the store, like, what are they doing?
Right.
But yeah, the kids are definitely into like one of my boys, like he's growing out his son's hair for the mullet, like, and the kid digs it, like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kids are always. I do feel. I guess it's one of the things about getting older too. Like, you know, what we thought was cool. Like, what's cool is only got a lifespan of like 3 weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the cool button is pushed every month. Like, we doing something way
You gotta
different.
renew your membership.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I tell you though, I could keep mullets if they got rid of the jeans where they're skinny, but they still hanging down.
Oh, well, they still sag them and they're like this big. At
the you got the fruit of the looms and showing and all that.
I never been a fan of like people sagging their pants, and then my mom always like and my dad, they're always like, you better pick up the pants. So like now I don't even sag. I never sagged like besides like in middle school, like when I thought it was cool. But yeah, just put them up to your waist, put on a belt, and call it a day.
All right. So before I get to the last question here, I would like to ask you. We're coming out we're coming to the loosening up of stuff, right? So stuff is opening back up now. River Edge Park is hiring, Paramount's hiring, so people are like, oh wow, if shows open back up, this, that, and the other. Right. As a personal, in your own personal opinion, how do you feel about everything reopening? Are you optimistic that there's a bright future, or do you feel kind of more cautious?
I want to say optimistic, man, because as long as there's like a certain like regulation that they're following, like I'm okay with opening everything up. You know, like I wear my mask, like obviously I'm not wearing it now, but I wear it to work. Like I wear it like while I'm working and when I go in the store, so that's not a problem for me. But like like there's so many people like that were like they have jobs at the Paramount and all these places that shut down. All the arts and the creatives, like they're the ones kind of like from the Paramount closing, they're all kind of like suffering at this point.
Right.
Like, everybody wants to express themselves, and I'm real optimistic with everything opening up, and I definitely want to catch a couple White Sox games and a Bears game or whatever.
Go White Sox.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then like I'm cool with like the whole like there's no row behind you or in front of you, like it's just like those rows are closed. Like, you have more space. I'm cool with that. Like,
right. Yeah.
We don't have to have,
we'll have 2 beers over here.
We don't have to have 70,000 people in the stadium. We could have like 35. Would be cool.
Right.
I went to the movies the other time for the first time, and then they had like every row was knocked off, but like nobody was in the movie theater. It was just me. And then I was like, man, I just rented this out. Like this is the coolest thing in the world. Like, but like
on the gram, like it's all me, right?
I did it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else could do this. Like,
to the question though, I'm optimistic too. I really do believe that like pretty soon it's gonna be a bunch of opportunities for everybody to open up,
right?
And things are just gonna be popping again,
right? Maybe I'm not like paying attention to it as much, but like I haven't heard a lot about like this pandemic, like cases going up or down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like hopefully it's going down and hopefully everybody's like getting their vaccine or whatever.
Yeah.
And like yeah, just a little bit more normal. I wouldn't go as far as like how Texas and Florida are like just opening up all crazy and stuff.
Then their cases rose again.
Yeah. And I wouldn't go as far as that, but definitely like everything at its time. Like I guess the pandemic was definitely like helped a lot of people realize some stuff. But yeah, and like me, I like to be out and about, so it kind of like restricted me. But I'm not those type of people like ready to pop out and go crazy. Yeah.
Right. Oaxaca.
Yeah,
That's your last name?
Yeah, Oaxaca.
That's a state.
In Mexico, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I looked at it because I just learned how to say that.
Right.
Like a few years ago.
Right.
I was always going, Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. You know? I heard them all. But
So I'm looking at it. That's a cool last name.
yeah.
Your last name is your state. That's what's up.
And it's funny because we're not even from there. Like
You're not?
we're from up north Mexico. We're from Durango.
Okay.
So like yeah, like it's kind of funny. Like people like usually like not to be stereotypical. Usually like Oaxaca people are like they're shorter, more darker skinned, and we're like mountain men. You know what I'm saying? We're tall, light skinned. Like
Yeah.
we're just like they're like you guys from there? Like nah, man. Like we're not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they definitely have different like culture and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's a slight stereotypical thing. You're the tallest Latino dude. Like Mexican dudes don't come very tall.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy?
Shout out to all my brothers. You know, y'all know we could. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because I'm the shortest one in my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah, like uncle's like 6'4", my dad's like 6'2", my brother's like 6'2". I'm 6 feet like and like some chains, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And I'm the shortest one on that side of the family.
No, but when you came in this, when I seen you walk down the hall, I'm like, yo, damn, son, big as hell.
Yeah, built like the Vulcan.
Yep. Last question. The show ends on a positive note.
Right.
What is your message for the day for the people of Aurora?
Just be a good person, man. Like you don't know what the next person's going through. You don't know what they have on their plate. Like sometimes like being a nice person to somebody, even saying hi or how you doing, like kind of like brightens up somebody's day. And right now, like I feel like nobody kind of wants to engage with each other. Like even like hey, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? Like good. How are you? Like
Yeah.
Like that kind of like cool. Like whatever. Like this is a good day now. But and then just stay with a positive attitude, man. Everybody focuses on the negative, like, and you just gotta kind of like win the day, like find the bright spot in it, because you're not promised tomorrow, but if you can make today good, it's better.
You're an interesting dude, man.
Yeah.
You're an interesting dude. And I say that, like, I don't tell everybody, you can watch the episode, I don't tell everybody that. I've interviewed some not interesting people.
Right.
But, like, what I find interesting about you is the fact that, like, for a guy who wanted to play football, for a guy who, admittedly, has more than enough problems with authority,
right, yeah,
historically,
yeah,
for a guy that started doing what he was told he should be doing later on,
yeah,
you're a very optimistic, upwardly mobile, positive guy.
and it's not that I try to be like that, you know what I'm saying? It just happens, and I definitely, like, if it doesn't bother me in a couple hours, forget it. Like, today's a new day. Like, if yesterday I had a bad day, then today's a new day, and it's a whole new 24. Because, yeah, your attitude is mostly what you have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bad attitude, people are going to think you're a bad person.
Right.
And I just try to be neutral, be kind of more uplifting or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. There's times where I have my bad days. Everybody has their bad days, but the next day shouldn't be like that.
You ever mess somebody's hair up?
Oh yeah. Like in the beginning, like even recently, like, well, I didn't mess him up. It's just like we kind of like didn't like communicate it right.
Sure.
So like he asked for something and I gave him like what I thought he wanted and it wasn't what he wanted.
Right.
But like my clients are pretty cool. Like they're like the worst thing you could say, not the worst thing, but like one of the things you could say that kind of gets me like what like is it'll grow back. Like I'm like. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll grow back. Like, alright, whatever. Like,
Right.
like, sometimes it doesn't grow back.
Right. That'd be $35 for
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Oh, man. It was good talking to you.
It's good talking to you, too, man. Nice to meet you.
It was good meeting you, man. This was a fun, uplifting episode,
Right.
man.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
swear, man. Like, people don't get it. Like, the way you carry, like, the disposition of being positive as opposed to being negative can really add a lot of sunshine even on a dark day for anybody.
Right. And people don't realize that, man. Like, people just, like, one bad thing happens, man, and that ruins their whole day. Like, come on, just,
Right.
let's turn it over.
Yeah. On behalf of Good Morning Aurora, we wish you and Big Boss Barber Shop much success in 2021, man.
Appreciate you guys, too, man.
If you still got hair, holler at the boys at Big Boss Barber Shop. What's that address?
37 South Stolp Ave.
That's right. Get your cuts up, ladies. Ladies, if your man is looking janky, send him in there. Holler at Omar.
Yeah, call first though. Call
Right.
first. Yeah, we might not have appointments open.
We will see you guys back here tomorrow for another great positive episode. Peace.